Hello statistics students, this is Dr. T and welcome to Math 250 at Columbia College. I'm so happy that you're taking this class with me. I hope that I can help you learn statistics as painlessly as possible. So I'd like to start by showing you around the course. There are a lot of things in the course that you can find to help you, and I want to point them out to you right away. The first thing that we need to look for in the course is the menu bar, which is found here to the right of the words Columbia College. We have content, discussion, Dropbox, quizzes, checklists, grades, and MyLabs Plus. We'll be using all these different areas. Let me start by saying that MyLabs Plus, you want to click on that to find the homework. The homework is done actually at another site called MyLabs Plus, and so I've made a separate tour of that for you. So I won't talk about it now. Grades is also very easy for me to explain right now. That's the grade book where you'll go to see how wonderfully you're progressing in the course. Now, I've spent a lot of time making a checklist for you, so let's go explore the checklist. Take a minute for it to pull it up. Because what I know about online learning is that since you're all out there by yourselves, it's easy to lose track. You're not coming in once a week or 3 times a week or twice a week to see me and have me remind you what you're supposed to be doing. You've got to monitor yourself. So what you can do is use this checklist to see what you need to do each week. Roughly each week you need to do discussion, quizzes, and homework. If you click here, it'll pull the checklist up for you, and it'll show you, for example, your week 1 assignment. So week 1, you need to write an introductory post, you need to do your homework, you need to make a discussion post and a quiz. So I've already clicked those off, and so it shows in green that I've done those. I've been very busy today. I need to do my proctor information. So when you do a task, you can click it and you can save. Okay, and then when you go back to the checklist, let me close out of this. When I click back to the checklist, it'll show that I've now done 3 out of the 35 tasks that need to be completed for this course. So again, when you're in the checklist, can you tell that I love my checklist? Okay, so I can't stop talking about it. You can go each week and it tells you the reminders, the things you need to get done that week. If you don't choose to use the checklist, my feelings won't be hurt, okay? But do find some way to make sure you're not losing track of what you need to do each week. Okay, so each week I said you'll have a quiz, so let's click here on quizzes. Okay, if you go on the quizzes each week, there'll be a quiz here that's showing 2 of them. You start, the quiz is available every Monday morning, okay, and it needs to be finished every Sunday by midnight. Okay, when you take the quiz, the grade should immediately go into the grade book so you can track it under grades. If it does not, then let me know. The quizzes are sort of randomly generated. Each quiz has about 10 questions, sometimes fewer if they're longer questions. You have an hour to take the quiz, and you can take it as many times as you have time for before the deadline. So if you take the quiz and you don't score well, then take it again and see if you can do better. Now between your 2 takes, what should you do? You should figure out which questions you had trouble with and go back to those topics so that you can take the quiz again and succeed. The exam and the midterm exam, the final exam questions will be from the same test bank as the quiz questions. So a very good way of preparing for these exams, which I will just tell you people usually find to be difficult, is to take the quiz at least 3 or 4 times during the week so you can practice quizzing, just practice not having the answer right in front of you, and get exposed to the different types of questions that are in the test bank. So those are quizzes. Okay, so we did what? MyLabs Plus grades, checklist, quizzes. Okay, Dropbox. Now, in this course, we only use the Dropbox for one thing, and that is for proctor information. So I hope it's not a surprise to you that in this course you have to take 2 proctored exams. Both your midterm exam and your final exam are proctored. And what that means is that we have to have somebody monitoring you during the exam. They're 2-hour exams and they're going to be found under the quiz area. So if you are associated with the Columbia College site, you should be able to sign up and take your exam there, and they will proctor you. Otherwise, you can have a private proctor, and that is a person that you have to submit the information, and I check them out and see if they seem like a reasonable person, and we let them proctor your exam. Okay, so you submit your proctor exam information here. Under the content area, you can find the form to submit. Okay, so I guess I click that, and you would just click the folder and submit the file. It's very important, I'll go ahead over to content, that you get that information to me in a timely manner. The course will not let you go past week 2 without getting that information turned in. So over here I've clicked on content and you see the proctoring information. So if you have not dealt with proctored exams before, here's what to expect. If you need to find a private proctor, who that might be, and then how to submit your information. Okay, so that's about proctoring. Other than that, we're not using the Dropbox for anything else. Now, since we're here in content, content is kind of like my resource list of files and links for you. So there's general information about the course. If you're new to the TI-83 or 84 calculator, here's a nice little video that tells you, how to turn it on and off and how you basically work with it. You might like to watch that. Then each week, and as we go through the weeks, the other weeks will appear, you'll have lecture notes, discussion questions, calculator examples, and video links for the different calculator things you need to learn how to do this session. So let me say a few words about the calculator. Make friends with your calculator early on, and I don't think you'll regret it. Okay, I have lots of little helps for you to learn how to use the calculator. It will save you lots of tedious computation if you just learn how to use it right away. And as we get towards the end of the course, you'll find that there are things that are really, really very simple on the calculator that by hand are very, very annoying. Okay, so that's my little pitch for the calculator. If you don't have the funds to purchase a calculator, then one thing you can consider is renting a calculator, and there's information about that in the syllabus. It takes, I would say 3 to 5 days to get the calculator, so go ahead and look into that now. I think it's about $5 a month to rent the calculator, so it's not expensive. Especially for the amount of help and use you'll get out of it. But do get that ordered. This week we don't need it that much, but starting with Chapter 3, we'll be using the calculator intensively. Okay, so that's content. So what have we got here? There's your homework. You do that each week. You can check your grades. There's your checklist. Here's your quizzes. Here's your Dropbox. So the only thing we haven't talked about is discussion. So let's go visit our discussion boards. So in addition, each week you'll have a quiz, you'll have homework, and you'll have discussion. So here I'm on the week 1 topic. That's probably all that you can see. You can go and post an introduction and read about the other students in our class. And then you'll need to post the answer to a Chapter 1 or a Chapter 2 discussion question. So let me scroll back up here. So here's week 1. We're going to cover Chapter 1 and 2. So either answer a Chapter 1 question or a Chapter 2 question, but not both. Okay, so that would make 2 posts for the week, including your introduction post. The discussion questions are in content or right here. Make sure that you don't answer a question somebody else has answered. Okay, so you want to solve a question, you go to post it, someone else has already done it, well, then I'm afraid you need to do a different one because I want to get as many of the questions posted on the board as possible. If 2 of you happen to post the same question at about the same time, then I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, I will grade your post by making some comments about it that are visible to all students, just pointing out the important parts of the topic, and then your grade will be entered into the grade book. So each week it'll have information about what you want to post to. In subsequent weeks, let me just say, you'll have the option to, or you'll have the assignment to also do a quiz correction post. These are very important. You want to look back at questions you've missed on the quiz or that you had trouble with and post a solution. You'll see that starting in week 2. And finally, I'll point out this very important topic called I Have a Question. Okay, any questions you have for me, you feel free to put them there, okay, because students in the class, other students probably have the same question. So this little yellow star means I've subscribed to that topic, and so when you post a question, I'll get an email right away telling me that you have a question, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I possibly can. I would think within the day at the latest. Okay, so that's a lot of information, but I hope it'll help you transition into this course. Let me just say, as I'm leaving you now, that I am really here to help you, but you have to do your part by letting me know what I can do to help you. And if we work together, I think we're going to have a great experience. So look forward to working with all of you. Bye-bye.